These fools, they'll never learn.
Go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Food for Thought podcast. Sorry about that. We had some momentary camera blockage, and we do apologize for what you just saw. 'Cause I'm pretty sure no one wants to see that. We've been discussing Cyrus's weight recently, and good lord, you just weighed yourself.
Yeah.
And you found out Cyrus just went and weighed himself, and all we heard from the back of his apartment was "Ah!" So obviously it's a shocking weight.
Shocking.
Yeah,
180 pounds.
180.
Really?
What's the heaviest you've ever been?
Like 2 bones.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn. Okay.
it's a good time.
Are you
I
feeling like that?
still outweigh you by a bit.
Mm.
Okay.
Are you planning on trimming it down, or are you just you gonna keep on going, baby?
I'm a man of means and goals.
You're a man of meat.
That's right. I told you we were going to swap weights.
Okay. I like it.
I'll come over to your house and I'll eat your food.
Yes.
And then if you want it, I'll fight you. And then it'll just be normal.
Yes. Absolutely.
And it'll be like a psychological response when you're about to eat a sandwich. You're like, oh, yeah.
We can definitely do that. You weigh more than Cyrus?
Yeah.
Wow, that's because you got a lot of muscle.
I don't know about
Yep,
that.
she's definitely stronger than me. That's why you're asking me to come over and help you move.
Yeah, definitely stronger. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, you're not. I don't. That doesn't make any sense then, because that belly you have not got.
No.
But all of my power is here.
In your belly.
Mine is distributed other places.
Okay.
That's what beer bellies are, dudes. All their stuff goes
Yeah.
right here, baby.
Mine is distributed in
Oh,
varying
yeah,
spots.
you have womanly things. Hi everyone, welcome to the Food for Thought podcast. Here we are, another episode. If you don't know me, I am the lion-o of the podcast. I'm Sean. I'm the host. Over there is my Chitara in the form of
You
Devan,
better not.
and over
better
here
not.
we've got Panthro in the form of Cyrus.
Take it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna call him the little.
You're gonna call
the
me
little
Snarf?
guy.
I was going to go
You're gonna
Snarf,
snarf?
but he got upset, so I switched it to Panthro. Now he's the nunchuck wielding black man. So there you go,
Fantastic.
which is very similar to real life. Yeah, hey, if you don't know much about the Food for Thought podcast, we are a bi-weekly podcast where we review martial arts films. I'm a big fan of the genre, loved martial arts films for over 20 years. These guys hate the genre, but I'm trying to get them into it.
I don't hate.
No, you don't hate.
I don't hate.
We don't hate it.
These two are not
This baby boy, yeah.
are not big fans of the genre, but I'm trying to slowly
I
get them
enjoy
really
it.
into Evan likes more films than Cyrus.
Yes.
Let's put it that way. Cyrus is obstinate.
I have this hard thing about me that I like good movies.
That's not true. That's not even true.
Touch your locks.
That's an absolute lie.
What
Don't
are
you like the pest?
What are you? Yes, sipping on right now.
I'm sipping on a delicious Nespresso coffee. Cyrus has a very fancy coffee machine, or fancier than me and Devan are used to dealing with. And I'm having my first ever Nespresso coffee. I don't know whether it's a
My cup is empty
cappuccino.
because I drank it
I
already.
don't know whether it's a frappuccino. I don't know if it's an Alpacino.
There it is.
I don't know what it is, but it's bloody delicious. I'll say that. You meant to talk then.
It's an
You meant to talk while I take a
it's
sip.
espresso, correct?
Just coffee.
Oh, it's just
It's
just
not
the
just
coffee.
coffee though.
It can't just be coffee.
It's not coffee. It had foam on it. And
Yeah, our
everything.
coffee maker
Oh,
doesn't do foam.
Yeah, I think it's espresso.
I think it's espresso.
But is it on
Hence
espresso's
the-
too small?
Cappuccino.
I don't know.
I have no idea, dude.
I like people that call their espressos expressos. I like that. That always makes me laugh. Can I have an espresso? Yes, you can. Yeah, makes me laugh.
Yeah, I think Nespresso is espresso.
All right, fair enough. You guys been watching anything? Done anything?
Go.
I got a list of all sorts.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'll pull up my notes.
we started a new show. Well, I guess we started 2 new shows. We started watching Bosch on Amazon.
Bash, Bosh.
We started Lawman Bass Reeves on, is it Peacock or Paramount? One of those two.
Paramount.
Very good show. It's from the same guy who made Yellowstone and what is it? 1917? No, 1817? 1812.
You're way
What
off.
is it?
Well, firstly, one of them is 1923.
Right, 1923. What's the one that's really good?
1817 or something?
Whatever it is. You know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
As well as also doing The Lioness, which is pretty good. Yeah, anyway, yeah. Lawman Bass Reeves, very good.
We've only watched 2 episodes, but it is very good.
Yeah.
I'm getting back into comic books. It's been a while. I've been off comic books for many years, and since we moved,
Didn't you talk about maybe getting rid of it? And we were talking about packing.
Yeah.
And you were talking about getting rid of your comics, and I had to tell you, I was like, no. I was like, we should keep them.
Yeah.
And thank
she really
goodness I vetoed you.
Yeah, because now the comics are kind of front and center in the living room. They're very like central to our TV, and I'm seeing them, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna pick up one of them that I haven't read before. So I picked up the Brian Michael Bendis series of Daredevil, and good God, I'm gonna get a little bit obsessed with Daredevil. I think big fan. Started off reading volume 1 and then finished that. I'm on to volume 2. So I plan on reading a lot more. So I'm getting really, really excited about getting back into comic books. I've got a bunch of good stuff to read. So that should be pretty cool. Looking forward to that. What else? I think I got a few things listed. Let's see. Oh, I started watching some animated stuff on Netflix. I'm watching the Onimusha TV series, the animated series, which is okay. I love the action. I think the action is absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, the characters are super dull. So it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't balance out well because the characters are kind of worse than the action. I don't really love that. But I'm watching Blue Eye Samurai. If you are a martial arts fan, if you're a samurai movie fan, if you're just an animated film or animation fan, go and watch Blue Eye Samurai. It is absolutely fantastic. It is an adult
Are you watching it?
animation.
I just wanted to go
Yep, it's really, really good. It's
emphasize it.
an adult. It's got dongs in it, loads of dongs. It's got naked ladies. It's got extreme violence in it. It's really fucking good. The story's fantastic. The animation will absolutely floor you. What was that other show on Netflix? The animated one. Was it Arcana? Was it no? What?
Yeah, that's
Was
one.
that what it was called?
I mean, I don't know what you're referring to, but there is an animated show called Arcana.
That's what I'm talking about. Arcana was amazing and had beautiful animation. Blue Eye Samurai is very, very close to it. It's so good. I'm 5 episodes in out of 8, I think, and it's blown me away. The story is just awesome. So I recommend everyone watch it. The episodes are long too. They're like an hour, 50 minutes long. So I love that. Yeah, they're the only 2 things I've started watching.
I got something for you.
Go.
This has nothing to do about what you're talking
No,
about.
doesn't matter. Tangents, baby.
As I do. So I've been putting on a few LBs, as they say, in the States. A couple of stones.
Long Beach Inglewoods.
That's right.
Yes.
Right here. And I came to an epiphany of sorts.
Oh,
I had my hands on my hips. When I dip, you dip, I dip.
that's right.
And I was like, why are my hands on my hips? And then I was like, women put their hands on their hips a lot. It's kind of like if you were doing a stereotypical woman. It would be like, right?
Like a pose, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's because they have hips.
They have womanly hips and rest their hands on them.
It's just where they go, man.
You've got them that way.
I've got them.
You
You
like
dip, I dip. You know what I mean?
bend your knees in tight.
Wrap it up. Tight.
Go.
Yeah. Let's keep
I was doing time warp.
Oh, let's do the time.
Put your hands on your
Yeah.
hips and bend your knees in tight.
Mm-hmm. Do the pelvic thrust.
Do the pelvic thrust.
Yeah, so
It'll drive you insane.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do the time warp again.
That's why women put their hands on their hips.
There you go. And now Cyrus is a woman.
I'm a woman. I
So-
transitioned.
I have bad news, unfortunately, about the podcast. I thought I would wait until we were doing the podcast before I gave you this news.
How bad?
You said how bad?
I'm scared. Why are you
Is it
doing that?
catastrophic?
It can't be that bad.
Well, with 10 being the worst possible, 10 being the podcast is going to end, this is a 7.58.
What?
What?
Yeah. Unfortunately, something's come up. We did not get Sexiest Podcast Host of the Year 2023. None of us. Do you know who got it? Taylor Lautner of Twilight fame. I know.
That son of a bitch.
I know. I tried. I was contemplating whether I should actually break the news to you guys. But I hope you're okay.
That motherfucker has a podcast?
Oh yeah,
That's a werewolf man.
that is the
yeah,
werewolf
that is
man.
Werewolf Man.
He's a hot piece of poon. And yeah, he got it. Hottest podcast host of 2023 when we're just sat here. Excuse me, baking powder? What are you
Did you not
talking about?
see my body earlier?
Yeah, I know
You
you.
know why I didn't get it? Because this is coming out now.
Oh, if only you would
Damn
have.
it.
January 1st.
That's right.
Save the best.
That's right. Sorry guys, I'm actually. This is rare for me, but I'm actually gonna have to stand up. I need to take my hoodie off.
Okay.
I'm feeling Cyrus's body heat, and quite frankly, after that belly came out, I'm as hot as freshly raked coals.
Crack the window more.
Oh, I'm good. I've got a t-shirt on. I'm not gonna go shirtless. You're good. Don't worry. Can
Well,
I also laugh how you both maybe thought that I had real bad news?
You don't do real bad.
Yeah.
I did kind of like
But
that.
I was very curious as to where you were going.
I didn't know how much I could push it and still have you going along with it being bad news. So that's why I went for the 7.5. I was going to go for a 10, but then I went for the 7.5.
Yeah, I feel
liked
like that was
both
the
of you.
better.
You
That
were
was a
both
better choice.
pretty mortified, which was great.
I was very curious as to what.
Talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds.
Alrighty then. So sorry.
Thoughts on parrots?
Thoughts on parrots? Not a fan. I do not like. I mean, they're
No,
fine.
Paris.
Oh, Paris.
No, I said
Yeah,
Paris.
parrots. I don't like them. I don't like birds or big birds.
Do you have birds at your work?
Fuck no.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't handle those guys.
What's the-
Strictly dogs and cats, folks. Strictly dogs and cats.
Never an exception, ever?
No, not at all.
Mm.
We
about-
very politely tell them to fuck off somewhere else.
What about, like, something that's kind of wolf-like?
No,
Mm.
don't see any of that.
You want to start a podcast with me?
I would think that would be
I tell you what,
hysterical.
if we're not getting
You
sexiest
know what?
hosts, we should be getting greatest conversation
I
star
think that
here.
would be
You know what?
so
That
funny.
would be weird as shit.
Exactly.
You two having a
Which is
podcast?
why it would be funny.
We would have to call it the awkward podcast or something.
No, yeah, well,
'Cause
maybe.
you two, both of your connective tissues are me. I think.
Yeah.
I think you two together, you
Can
have. It's not great.
Can I just say? Can I just say? I try to engage this man in conversation outside of the three of us being together, and he's not having it.
Cyrus is difficult. He's a difficult man to crack. He's a difficult code to crack.
He's not having it. I try.
Well, she says things like, "Hey, I'm outside your house," and I'm like, "What? What am I supposed to do?" And then, "Okay, bye," or what? Some weird.
Well, that was because.
We've told the story on the podcast. We told it
Oh,
last
we
week.
did. Oh, yeah, we did.
Or
We did.
last
We did.
episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's not great.
Let me just look through some of the crazy fire starters.
Oh yeah, I told him. I shared an anecdote, an anecdote
That's
from
funny.
work.
That's strange.
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah,
Just a picture of her outside my place. That's it. Not smiling either.
She looks like a psychopath.
I know. That was the point. It was before
Uh,
Halloween.
We were standing outside your window.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was before Halloween. That was the point.
But
If
she's
it was dark, that would have been better.
putting in work though. Trying.
I'm trying.
She's trying.
I shared anecdotes from work.
I don't text Cyrus that much.
That's funny.
By the way, before we go any further, I just want to say the director of John Wick is his next film is going to be a Highlander remake.
On board.
How many of those is he making? I'm setting you up.
There can only be one. Oh,
Yeah!
Cyrus, you set me up so well.
As long as you got there. As long as you got
I
there.
struggle to get there though. I'm
That was pretty
sorry.
good, huh?
That was
It was a very good,
joke.
setup, but
Yeah.
I fucking stumbled right
Yeah.
I did the Doctor Strange when he goes, "What?"
there. Yeah, I goofed. Yes, he's planning on making a Highlander film with Henry Cavill in the lead. So he will be, I imagine, Connor McLeod, unless he does some completely different character.
So on board.
Yeah, imagine Chad Stahelski, what he can do with swordplay.
On board. I tried to watch the original film. I didn't get very far.
Understandable.
I
Probably not aged well.
I want to try again because I used to watch the TV show and I enjoyed the TV show.
Mm.
But yeah, I got maybe 20 minutes in and I was just like, this is kind of corny.
Did you know Donnie Yen was in a Highlander film?
No.
He's in Highlander 4. I can't remember what the subtitle is, like Highlander 4,
The
yeah,
Highlander.
yeah, that's right. Highlander 4, the Highlander. But yeah, this is really exciting news, I think, especially for martial arts fans. If Chad Stahelski can do what he did with gunplay for swordplay,
Nice.
it'll be fucking bonkers. And then apparently his film after that will be the Ghost of Tsushima film.
Ghost of Sashimi?
Yes, the video game Tsushimi, I think it is.
Tsushima?
Tsushima? Yeah, Tsushima. Yeah. Which is pretty exciting as well. Chad Stahelski doing big things. And he's got another John Wick TV series coming up that is going to be apparently nothing like The Continental. In his last interview, in his most recent interview, sounds like he wasn't too happy with The Continental and actually said that he wasn't really on the show at all. He had some consulting on it, and then they just ran with it. And then there's going to be a John Wick anime as well. So the John Wick
Interesting.
world is building and building.
Yo, before we get crack-a-lackin',
Yep.
do we want to shout out? And do we want to maybe talk about what our friends and their exciting things are? Or
Who are we shouting out?
our patrons?
Oh, yes. Guess what, guys? We have a Patreon. You going? You doing the Patreon spiel?
Oh, no, I was just being shocked.
Cyrus, what happens if you sign up to Patreon?
Nothing. We just take your money, throw it away, and you're never going to get anything.
Great advertisement there.
Don't do it.
You
Don't want
get you get a Food for Thought Uncut, where it's just us kind of shooting the shit. You get a poll where you get to vote for one of our main episodes. You get movie commentary where we just do commentary on just a random movie, not martial arts related.
I like that you have to explain what movie commentary was. And your explanation was movie commentary, where we do commentary on a movie.
Right? What else? Is that it?
I do some videos with collection updates and things like that. I haven't done that in a while because I haven't been buying many Blu-rays due to the move. But I do videos every once in a while. But
We're
yeah,
gonna start doing, or did we talk about doing an early release for our patrons?
we're going to start doing early releases as well. So things like Fight Bites and Kung Fu Stations. That will be early on Patreon for starting next week, I think.
Nice.
You can come along and you can give us a tiny amount, or you can give us a little more than tiny amount if you're interested in just coming along on this journey with us. We really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And we have a few patrons right now who we would like to shout out. And I'm going to go through the list. We have Miles, Alpha Rookie, Nick, Shane. Should I do both names? Miles Bell, Alpha Rookie, Nick Martin, Shane Poole, Nicholas Planchard. Might have said that wrong. Amok Pal, Rama, Disconnected, Tristan Glover, aka Martial Arts Film Freak, Robert Christiansen, Art School Dropouts, Eloquent,
Woo.
James Glennie, Don Jitsu,
Don.
Tina, and Benjamin Dyson. Yeah, buddies.
Woo,
So,
woo.
we appreciate every single one of you. We love you. Thank you for being part of this little journey of ours. Yeah, and we appreciate all you give us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
And-
speaking of one of our patrons,
Oh, nice segue. I like it.
Art School Dropouts.
Yeah. Who are they?
They are a group of fantastic, amazing people, fantastic, amazing filmmakers, and they got some huge shit going on right now.
Yeah. So Art School Dropouts, who we've actually met in person twice. Well, some of us twice.
The good ones, twice.
They helped us get our YouTube channel up and running.
They are
Basically, the sole
they
reason.
are why this is happening.
The
Period.
sole
We-
reason that this right here is
we
happening.
have credits on our podcast, and they would be executive producers.
Yes.
Like they got all this shit together.
This
for us.
is a soundboard or something. I don't know what the fuck this is. Okay, I don't know how any of this shit works.
This is mine. I bought this.
Right.
You
and,
shut your
I
yapping
bought this.
face.
I mastered this.
But
I don't know what
Everything
this
else.
is.
Yeah,
I don't know
everything.
what it is.
Setting up
Yeah.
our YouTube channel was all thanks to Art School Dropouts.
Yes, 100%. And they have exciting news in that Joey Min, who is the founder, along with Stephanie Pham of Art School Dropouts, they're currently on the set of a Michael Jai White movie. Michael Jai White's new movie, where I don't have the title, I don't have anything like that. But Joey is serving as I think
Fight
this is the right one,
choreographer.
fight choreographer of Michael Jai White's new movie. So
And possibly more to come.
possibly more Michael Jai White movies to come. That is straight from the lips of Michael Jai White
Of the
himself.
man
himself.
Yeah, so we're not really revealing anything exclusive here. It's all on Instagram. But if you want to go ahead and follow that Joey Min or
Please follow Art School Dropouts.
Art School Dropouts, yeah, just follow their account. Art School Dropouts, then you have all the juicy information about what's going on there.
And also,
Mhm.
Stephanie Pham is currently in New York City right now.
It's just ended though.
She's currently not in New York City right now.
But
She
was.
just left the Urban Action Showcase.
Yeah.
And was representing the Art School Dropouts crew.
Yes, so I know some of you went to the Urban Action Showcase. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it this year, but I do aim to be there next year.
That's right.
We will be there.
Michael Jai White.
Yep.
Shake my hand, man.
Michael Jai White,
Shake my goddamn hand.
And
You need some extras?
rumors
Boom,
are
boom,
he's actually going to hire me as his stunt double.
boom.
Yeah, I've just heard things.
That's why you're losing weight.
Because we're very similar in stature. And, we're very similar in
Race,
skin tone.
skin tone, age.
Yep, that's right. Me and Jai, as I like to call him,
Jai.
Andre the Giant. So great news. Congratulations to Art School Dropouts crew.
Absolutely.
I mean, they deserve it.
So excited.
One,
Oh,
an
man.
incredible guys, and we owe everything to, not everything, I don't owe them like my marriage, but I do we don't owe them everything for this podcast
Mhm.
or the video podcast. Without them we wouldn't be here.
Yes.
So
Rest in peace.
rest in peace to them. Great news, love that. So let's go ahead and get into the movie proper, you dirty wankers. Today we are reviewing we forgot to mention we watched Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah, we watched
Talk about that.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer.
Very good film.
It's fucking good. It's really good.
Yeah.
And
Was it the bomb?
Nice.
nice?
Nice or corny?
Nice.
Good.
No, that was good.
It
was good.
I liked it.
I'm on fucking fire, man.
Yeah, not bad. Not
What's in
bad.
this coffee? What'd you put in here?
Don't know. I pissed in it. It's really, really good. Lots of talking. If you can stomach talking for 3 hours, then you might enjoy
Great
it.
dialogue, great
It's
acting.
talking, but it's very good talking.
I think they can because they listen to us.
That's a good point.
Talk for 10 years.
And our bullshit is very similar to the writings of Christopher Nolan.
And
Very sleek,
Robert Oppenheimer
stylish.
himself.
Yeah, very, very good. It's fantastic, and Cillian Murphy deserves an Oscar. He really, really kills it. There's a lot of people in the film that deserve Oscars, to be honest. Emily Blunt fucking shines. She has
Iron Man in there?
Yep. Downey's in there. Emily Blunt. There's a moment towards the end of the film where she does a beautiful thing. I don't want to spoil it, but she does amazing stuff. Anyway, today we are here. We are gathered here today to review
In the house of God.
the 1994 film Burning Paradise, aka The Rape of the Red Temple.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
Directed by Ringo Lam. And this, I believe, this is his only period martial arts film that he did. I don't think he ever did another one. This may even be his only martial arts film. I'm not going to say that, though. I could be wrong. Why can't I think of any others? Definitely his only period martial arts film. Ringo Lam is, if you think of John Woo, Ringo Lam is kind of very, very much like John Woo. He usually does like crime thrillers with a lot of action in them.
Okay.
Very good director and a massive name.
Ringo Starr?
That's right.
That's right.
He is a star. Starring Willie Chi, Carmen Lee, Wong Kam Kong, Yang Sheng, and Maggie Lam. Willie Chi is the star of the film. Went on to do absolutely nothing after this film. Did pretty much fuck all. I don't know if he went into television. I really don't know. I think he had a presence on Facebook at one point, and he still practiced martial arts, still did wushu. But in terms of films, he did very, very little after this. And I don't know why, because he's a pretty good lead in this film. Action choreographer Chris Lee, famous member of the Jackie Chan stunt team. And he was the martial arts director on Project A2, In the Line of Duty 3, and Twin Dragons. So he's got some solid films behind him. And he, if you've watched Police Story, and we did watch Police Story, he was on the stunt where the bus stops just before it hits Jackie, and the two guys come out of the top window of the bus and fall to the ground.
Oh.
He was one of the guys that did that stunt and smashed his head so hard he was literally in a coma for 6.5 hours after landing. It knocked him out. So Chris Lee's pretty much a stunt legend for that. And it actually had 5 assistant action choreographers for this film, which to me is nuts. Chantak Kang, who went on to be the assistant action choreographer on Raging Fire. So he was one of them. I didn't write down the others for some reason. And the film was written by Nam Yin, who's actually Ringo Lam's brother. Few tidbits there.
Okay.
Came out in 1994, made considerably less money than Drunken Master 2 and Fist of Legend. But this film didn't exactly have the star power behind it of Jet Li and Jackie Chan. So, who wants to tell us how they felt about Burning Paradise first? Oh, the silence. It hurts me. It hurts
Sound
me
of
deep
silence.
down in my plums.
Why don't you go first?
You want me to go first?
With that whistle.
Well, tell you what. This film is bloody good. It's a bloody good film. In fact, I go as far as to say it's an excellent film. Really, really good film. Fantastically well made. The fact that Ringo Lam, basically, at the beginning, he has the film set in essentially a desert. I'm just going to ignore him. Set in a desert. And then from a desert, it goes to basically one location. And he keeps it in that location for the entire time, which is kind of bonkers because there's about an hour of this film that is very self-contained, very kind of claustrophobic even, and he does an amazing job at keeping it fresh, keeping it interesting. The lead actor is very, very solid. The guy who plays his brother is very, very solid. The action is really unique in this film. It's 90s wire fu, but it's done in a way that is very Jackie Chan-like. By that, I mean there's a lot of like flipping and dodging and kind of running away from opponents and kind of like rolling over things and things like that. It's very Jackie Chan inspired. But when it finally gets down to the nitty gritty and has like hand exchanges and kick exchanges, it's good stuff. It's really, really good stuff. There are certain things about this film that I do not like, which I'll get into in a minute. One of them is very, very obvious, and I think Devan has exactly the same complaint as me in that regard. But yeah, I really love the film. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a 90s classic and deserves to be respected up there with Once Upon a Time in China, Once Upon a Time in China 2, Drunken Master 2, and Fist of Legend. It definitely deserves more respect. I think it's not given the respect that it deserves. It's deserved because it doesn't have that star power behind it. But fantastic film, and beautifully dark. You don't get kung fu films like this, really. It's really, really dark, hyper violent. And just really enjoyable. The plot is fantastic. It kind of bounces all over the place. It's really, really quite complex for being so claustrophobic. I can talk like this for another half an hour, but I'm not going to. I'm going to let my co-hosts have a talk. The only reason I am continuing to talk is because I have a feeling at least one of them did not like this film. Go on.
After you.
Me?
First.
Oh.
Okay, I'm guessing, right? Devin's going to go, meh. That's what she's going to go, meh. She didn't think much of it. And Cyrus is going to go, gabagool! He thinks the film is garbage. So, yeah. That's what I think. So
That's my whole summary.
Yes. So am I right? Go on, Devin, you go.
I didn't like it.
Knobheads.
And here's the thing though. I feel like I should have. There are definitely the things that Sean said, I don't necessarily disagree with, but for some reason I nothing in this movie grabbed me. There were great fight scenes, like Sean said. It was very dark, which is not typical of a lot of the martial arts film that we've watched, like but I don't feel like I didn't care about any of the characters. I don't feel like they established any type of um what's the word, or
Relationship?
relationship, or any type of, or who they, I mean, it was obvious, I suppose, who they were. One was a monk, but there was no backstory. There was nothing that made me care about any of them. So I didn't care about what was happening. And most of the time, if the action is good or the fighting is good, then I can kind of overlook anything that I don't like. But for some reason, that didn't happen for me in this movie, and I don't know why.
Okay.
But I do find it interesting that it is, like the dark tone of it. I do think that was I did think that was cool. It was very violent, and I agree with that. And yeah, there were some very, very good fight scenes, but nothing. Yeah, I couldn't. I
So
just.
you think the film lacked when it came to character, basically?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it 100% lacked character, but yeah, it didn't. I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't like it. I was happy when it was over, and I don't know, why.
We'll get through this.
I know, and
I don't think I will.
and I
We'll get
know
through
that,
this.
and I know Sean hates when we don't like the film, and that's why, and I was really trying to figure out. I know, I was really trying to figure out why I didn't like it, because it seems like I should, but I just didn't.
I hate when you dislike the film when you don't have constructive criticism. When you just go, "Oh, that was garbage." I hate that.
I didn't say it was garbage. I just
I
said I
know,
didn't
but
like it.
hold on.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Jesus,
I'm
calm
sorry.
down.
I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is this: you put forward a good argument today. I feel.
See, that's how they talk to each other when the camera's off.
Oh yeah,
You see,
yeah.
very aggressive.
Hold up, bitch! I'm talking. I think you put forth a good argument. Because I personally think something similar to you. I think there is a lack of character in this film, and I think a lot of the characters are not fleshed out. They just kind of throw
Random shit in
facts
it.
at
Yeah.
you. It's just like, oh, he's his brother, his kung fu brother. And it's just like, okay, so do they have history? Like, and they don't really tell you much about it. I agree. I agree with that. I can't argue with that. And if that is something that you don't like about the film, I respect that. I don't think I can be mad at that.
And then also, I think
I'm
that,
fucking mad, but I don't think I can be mad at
and
that.
then also, and I'm assuming what you said, that one of your gripes, and you said that you think that I agree. And if we're talking about the same thing, also this was a problem for me.
We'll get into that.
Was it the subtitles?
No,
Oh, I thought the subtitles were crazy.
the subtitles were absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, and I didn't. Yeah, I didn't like it. It was
Oh,
weird.
Only a few instances where
Yeah,
they would super
but
dodgy.
they were,
There's one at the
very
end,
fucking dodgy.
which is
Oh,
mega.
I
funny.
wrote that line down, and
It's
I
so
know you
funny.
know what I mean, because I asked you to pause as
Yes.
soon so I could write
I
it down.
think it may be the worst
I did
subtitle in the
not
history of
care.
subtitles.
I did not care for the subtitles.
Yeah,
Worst/best, or
there were a lot of offensive things in this film.
Can
when it
I
came
just
to-
say,
Yes, you
we can further get into it when that scene comes, but one of them,
Yeah.
towards the end of the film, and I quote, "Trying to get your gay on with me. Are you trying to get your gay on with
should
me?"
bring that back.
That was literally
That's
a
an actual
subtitle
subtitle. Are
in
you
this
trying to
film.
get your gay on with me?
When was that?
It's at the end where the master is found and the guy kisses him on the cheek. He's
Yeah.
like, master,
Oh,
master, and then he pushes him away. He goes, "Are you trying to get your gay on with me?" Which is
The
weird
subtitles are
because
awful.
that subtitle sounds like it should be It
Like
moved.
early
Well,
2000s.
Yeah, it's like a subtitle that was created by like a college guy who was just like, "Oh, I'm going to make my own subtitles for this film."
Was this were we watching a Blu-ray?
Yeah, this was a legit release.
My guy said,
Hated it.
You s-
"You're licking, you're getting my hand all wet
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah.
because
That's
he
much
kisses
better.
his hand."
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
much better.
So that was also a part of because
Called him the
there was a weird
We,
there was a weird tone
we
with
were
the subtitles.
we were watching the Vinegar Syndrome release. There is another release of this film by Eureka, and I believe Eureka did not remastered. They redid the subtitles for this film. I have a feeling Eureka's will be much better. Quite frankly, after watching the Vinegar Syndrome version, I saw myself I wouldn't double dip, but I kind of want to buy the Eureka version because the subtitles on this one very questionable at times.
If that's what Vinegar Syndrome, if that's the type of subtitles that they're doing for their films, thumbs down.
They're not. I think this is a freak occurrence. I don't think they do that on purpose. But for all I know, it could be a direct translation. Although getting your gay on, maybe not. But yeah, there were other ropey moments in this film, and it's interesting because I don't know whether the ropey moments were subtitle based or whether it was the actual.
I think it was 100%
film.
subtitle based.
There were some things in the film that were just a bit like, oh, okay. We'll get to them. There's one that happens very early in the film, which is very interesting. Cyrus, what do you think
What's
of
your
Burning
opinion?
Paradise?
First of all, I
Gabagool!
wanted to say, don't get your gay on me.
Okay.
Second of all, I want to say gabagool.
Yep.
The hardest part about this movie for me was just as you said, the characters and the writing. And listen, I'm more than willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, but it felt like it needed 20 minutes at the beginning of the movie
Yep.
to explain something.
Yep.
They're just on the run. Who are you? It doesn't matter. Who are you? It doesn't matter.
Did you
Who's
get the
this
title
lady?
card at the beginning, though, that told you about Shaolin and the burning of Shaolin?
That wasn't enough.
Okay.
The YouTube version of it is so incredibly poor quality, I couldn't read
You
it.
couldn't read it. Okay.
But let's face it, I didn't need to, right?
I mean, obviously you did. Because you needed an introduction.
But
However,
it's
I
just
agree.
about that is just about the world around them, but it doesn't give you anything about the characters that we are seeing in the film.
Not about the characters, but certainly about
Just
their
about the
situation.
world, yeah.
Yeah. It's about the burning of Shaolin, and then basically our lead character is Fong Sayuk, who is one of the monks that escapes from Shaolin when it's burnt, and that's why he's tracked through the desert at the beginning. Does it tell you anything about Fong Sayuk and who he is and what he's done? No, not at all.
And the characters' relationships, again, like he said, he's like, "Oh, you're my brother." He's like, "Yeah." "Why are you doing this?" He's like, "Fuck off." And then it's like, "Okay." And then he's like, "Wait,
Yeah.
I'm good now." It's like, "Why?" He's like, "Don't
Yeah.
ask questions at all ever."
Yeah.
And sorry.
I can't argue with this.
And this one, I don't think you can argue with either. The lady in this movie, the damsel in distress.
Yes.
What a pointless,
her deal?
unlikable piece of poopy character.
What's her deal?
What do you mean? What's her deal?
She just,
She had that story where I guess she was in a brothel and she left the brothel. But was she, when they got to the bad guy, to the temp,
Okay.
like, was she like some sort of like famous
Hooer.
right? Because when like the main hench lady like brings her out to the main bad guy and says her by name, like he's supposed to know they know who she is.
I assume so, yeah. I assume
She's a famous hewer.
she's a popular hooer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I guess.
You know? What's wrong with that?
But
I'm sure that's real. I'm sure there were prostitutes that were very popular during brothel years.
She didn't sound like she'd be a popular one.
No.
She'd just be like, "I hate this," and then when they leave, I scream. That doesn't sound like a good hooer.
You know what? I can't.
Right.
Like I said, I can't argue with the logic. The
Yeah.
logic in this film is probably fake.
There was no establishment of a proper establishment of these characters.
Well, now that that's done, let's make our host here a little happier. Talk about why the movie is good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. The action is prevalent, baby.
Yes.
If you like fire, you're in for a good time. If you like explosions, you're in for a good time. If you like a goddamn weird evil villain that makes no sense, you're in for a great time.
Yeah,
And
that
guess
guy.
what?
The villain's incredible.
That guy
like
is
booby
fucking
traps?
nuts.
If you like titty traps,
That's what I like. That's what I like. There's everything in this film. It's like Indiana Jones. It's like a
Temple.
kung
It is
fu
Temple
movie.
of Doom, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's loads of stuff going
They
on.
just needed to flesh out the story.
The villain is absolutely nuts and
And they
proper creepy.
yeah. We can get there, but I do have one question about this man.
We will get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
We don't have to jump into every aspect of the film. But I will start with the bit that I didn't like in the film, and I know it's a bit that Devin didn't like. And this has to be- I wasn't talking about the subtitles.
Yeah, I had to stop him and interrogate him before we went forward.
So, at the beginning of this film, during the desert scenes, there is some blatant cruelty towards horses.
Oh shit!
I didn't. I was not cool.
There are some very, very rough falls for the horses.
I didn't like that at all.
They are not treated well whatsoever. And if everyone's going, oh, it wasn't that bad, it was enough to cut those scenes out of the British VHS version that got released. British, back in the day, the BBFC that controls what you see and what you don't in the UK, they didn't stand for animal cruelty. They were like, nope, cut it out of every single film. Hence why Cannibal Holocaust was absolutely trimmed to shit in the UK. This film...
Really? A movie called Cannibal Holocaust was edited?
You'd think that they eat humans only, but no.
Yeah, I stopped Sean and I was like, before we go any further, I was just like,
Yeah.
If this is going to continue, or if they're going to be treating horses like this, if there's going to be more scenes with horses, if there's going to be more scenes with animals, I was just like flat out, I will not watch. I will not continue to watch this.
Thankfully, it doesn't continue, but there is some rough stuff early on.
I didn't like it.
That one horse took a goddamn.
That's the worst.
I
Rolling
did not
down the
like
hill,
that.
that's
I
the
did not
worst.
like that.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I mean, again, devil's advocate. First of all, awful.
Yeah.
That would never happen. That horse is not like, oh, that was fun.
That horse probably got killed afterwards. It probably broke a leg or something. It was probably grim.
Did you see how later when they were riding off, that one horse was not moving?
Yes.
It was just laying there in the sand.
Yes. It was buried. His legs were buried.
Oh.
Yeah.
The only thing
I thought it was kind of.
Oh, maybe it was laid down.
I don't know, but regardless, I was flat out like, I will not watch this if this continues.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say is that it was on sand. I mean, that's like the only thing I could say.
Yeah.
And the guys were doing it.
I don't care. Fuck
Horses
them.
are a little different.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Horses don't agree to do
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
What are we doing today?
That's one
No.
thing. Funny enough, there's a listener question, not really kind about this at all. But there's one thing that I do not tolerate in films, and that is animal abuse.
I wonder if maybe that was why that's a part of my bad opinion about this. Just to start, yeah,
It is.
it might have cloud. Yeah, it might have cloud.
You went,
Right.
I don't like this.
Yeah, instantly, I was just like, I'm not cool.
I
Okay
got
with this.
very scared when there was a snake scene later in the film. I was just
Oh
like,
yeah, that 100%. That's yeah.
They're gonna
But
kill
still,
me.
though, they didn't. But still, they did toss that snake.
It was a fake snake that they threw.
You think?
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought everything well, maybe not, but
I
I
mean,
who knows?
Fucking chucked horses.
yeah,
That's the
I feel
problem
like-
with a lot of Hong Kong cinema. That
Yeah.
they do not fuck around when it comes to
They
animals.
fuck
films.
chickens up,
Yeah,
dude.
they sure do. They sure do.
Not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably clouded my opinion on this film.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if I know a film has that kind of stuff in it, I'll probably more than likely get the UK release of them because the UK still cut the Magic Cop, for example. Magic Cop 88 Films, I think, recently put it out. And they put out an American disc and they put out a UK disc. And in the UK disc, it trims the scene with the cat in it.
Don't want to hear it.
I'm not going to say anything. Plus, I don't think it's real anyway, but it trims the scene with the cat in it, whereas the American version leaves it in. So yeah, it's not great. I don't know why they put that in films. It's not cool. So yeah.
Meow.
Anyway, let's get into some fun stuff.
Yeah, let's get.
Yeah, let's
You wanna hit 'em with a little energy?
Energy.
guys, what did you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
of the flying guillotine?
Cool, man.
Are you a fan of that weapon?
Yeah.
Because it appears in a lot of kung fu films.
You love it.
I am a fan of a flying guillotine, and this one's kind of cool. It's a unique design. It's a bit different. And you know what? Early on, they tried the CGI, and it doesn't look that bad.
I agree.
For 1994, it
I
didn't look that
guess.
bad.
All right, fine. I
You're so
guess for
picky.
1994,
agree.
that's true.
Also, there's a scene in this film, just to go back to the horses, it's not cruelty. There's a scene in this film which I simply do not know how they did. The flying guillotine chops off a horse's head, but it stood up. It doesn't look like a fake horse. I know they didn't chop off a horse's head, but how did they nail that? It looks so realistic.
Was there a cut right before the chop?
No, the chop is fake, right? Fake. It looks
Okay.
fake, but then they show a horse stood there with no head. And I know they didn't do it for real, but it looks
Maybe they use special effects to like kind of
it looks great.
erase the
Yeah.
horse's head as it was standing there.
If you told me this movie was made in 1974, I'd be like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
1994.
What the biggest problem of a character that I found in this film is the fucking master monk early on in the film.
Oh, Uncle Master or Master Uncle or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I can stand that.
They fuck up one thing about this character is that they introduce him and essentially he's
an old
I don't want
perv.
to call him a piece of shit, but he's not a good guy. Then they kill him off and they expect you to have sympathy for him, but you're just like, okay, he's
Didn't
dead.
care about him.
They kill him off far too early, yeah.
Didn't care about any of them.
But
I didn't mind that character.
I didn't love him.
He was just a horny monk that never got some.
But one thing I think they do in the film that was very interesting, and believe it or not, this film actually subverts expectations. There was a scene where the main monk, Fang Sayuk, the ex-prostitute, and the master monk, they're all hiding from these guys that they're being chased by, and someone inappropriately touches the lady. And she stands up and she has a
muddy
handprint
handprint
on her breast and a handprint down below. And she's like, "Who the hell touched me? Who the hell touched me?" And you never find out really who touched her. But in the watching the film, you're meant to go, "Oh, I get it. It's a funny little perv thing." Okay, get it. These days, everyone would cry about it.
I thought it was obvious that it was Uncle Master.
Okay, that's fair. But then they subvert expectations because the monk has a handprint on his dick.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. I was just like, that's brilliant that they didn't just make you think, oh, he's such a big perv. She obviously grabbed him, which is wild and weird. And why did she do it?
Or
Accident.
it's just another happy accident.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I loved it, though. I love the idea that they were just like, we're going to flip it on you. We're not just going to say he's a perv. We're going to say that maybe someone perved on him. I like
Oh, no. I got the impression that was, for him, it was more intentional. If it was her who did it to Uncle Master, it was 100% an accident.
That's because you hate men.
I hate Uncle Master.
But there are a lot of LOL, this woman's getting sexually assaulted in this film. It's very like it's early on anyway. Later on, not so much.
Characters' sexes or like they're very boiled down. It's like men like women and are men and men. Don't touch the woman. You like it too much, and the woman's like, I'm a woman. The man wants me. I don't want the man. It's like so boiled down.
Oh, but they switched that up a little later on, which I'll get to. But they switched. Well, I'll get to now. Later on, the villain tries to rape her, and she goes, "Okay, I'll open my legs, and you can have sex with me." And it's not her fighting, and that's why he gets mad because she doesn't fight. And I think that's interesting as well. That because she, and this is kind of gross, but because she's a prostitute, she can use sex as a weapon. And she's like, okay, this happens to me. Men have sex with me all the time in my profession. I'm just going to open my legs and let you have sex with me. And he hates that because he likes women to fight back. I think that's a really interesting spin on
And then has the nerve to get mad at her because she doesn't. Yeah.
And then he gets a bit creepy and freaky and weird. And
more than a bit.
Things go tits up. But
that's like the torture scene in Sacha Baron Cohen movie where he's like
Borat?
No, the other one where he's like a terrorist dude. I forget what
the dictator.
Yeah, and he's about to get tortured by John C. Reilly, but he like is into it.
Okay.
And he's like, dude, I don't even want to torture anymore.
Yeah.
You're taking the fun out of it.
Yeah, and
He's like, you're acting like you don't want to be tortured. He's like, I don't want to be tortured.
and that's what they do in this film. They flip it, but it does two things, right? It makes maybe I'm looking into this far too deeply, but it gives the woman ownership back of her body because she is. I control the situation because I'm not fighting back. I'm letting it happen.
She's not giving him his satisfaction.
Right. But then it also ends up making the villain even more villainous because of what he does afterwards. He fucking hates the fact that she doesn't fight back, so he goes off the hinges at her, and he gets a bit gross.
Actually, I think he's a creep either way. If he did go through with it,
Yeah.
that would be so creepy.
Mhm.
He's like, oh, I don't care if you like it or not. I'm still gonna do my creep thing.
Yeah.
Well, in the end, that's exactly what happens. He's still
Does he-
creepy or not. Whether
Does he do it?
yeah, that's what it implies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh.
But only after he like beats her and attacks her and says, "You're gonna fight me off." He makes her fight him off, basically, which is gross. It's all gross. He's a very weird villain. He's a fucking weirdo.
What sort of demon bestowed upon him magical powers?
That was good. That's one of my questions.
Movie, baby? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
know, but-
does he have powers?
Of course he does.
His kung fu strong.
Is that it?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Of course
Okay.
it
Just
is.
kung fu strong.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he can turn paint into bullets.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
What
Is that supposed to be
Look,
yeah?
Right.
Is that supposed to be magic or just
yes, of course it's magic.
He's strong
But
kung fu.
okay? I won't ask.
Whenever,
won't ask
when I
questions.
don't understand anything in real life,
It's kung,
it's because the kung fu is too strong.
it's kung fu magic.
I don't
All right.
understand quantum physics because its kung fu
Right.
is above my.
You don't ask what was in Captain America's super serum. You don't go, what was the chemical formula?
It's science.
Yeah, but
How
we
did
know
they
that
make
he
that?
got one,
But it's science.
Yeah, but this guy practiced
they're
kung fu
using
and got magic.
so he can turn kung bullets out of paint.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
See,
And just rip ladies' heads off.
Yes.
Got it.
I mean,
Okay.
that thing just boing.
Right?
Why is Jason Voorhees still walking and killing people?
I literally asked that question.
Why?
Like not a few weeks ago.
Give me an answer. Why
Is he
Oh,
undead?
hold on. Hello? No, he's recording the podcast. No. What? No. Well, he's here. So I can't. What am I wearing? Oh, you're filthy. Take it off.
Who is that?
It's your mum.
What's
no.
she talking about?
No, you wore me out. Can't.
Did they have,
I
did they
can't
get
I
together?
Can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
No.
He did leave earlier and didn't
You
tell
want
me
three of
why.
us? I don't think I've got two friends.
Did she need like chores done around the house or something?
Oh no, I've got to go.
What's that?
Yes, I'll bring it. The what? How many inches? Okay, I'll see you later.
Did she need like a ruler? Why didn't she call me?
She's
Is that my
measuring.
mom?
She's measuring some fabric. That's all. She wants help. I'm an expert tailor.
She said something about 3 people.
Yes, three people to help. It's a very long piece of fabric. Yeah.
She didn't mention anything to me.
No, it's a surprise for you. I'm spoiling it basically.
Oh.
She's making you a toga.
Should I text her about the toga?
You
100.
most definitely should not because then it'll ruin.
It'll ruin the surprise.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Thanks.
No,
Thank you so
no
much.
problem. No problem. You know,
I really appreciate it.
I've got you. Kung Fu.
Thanks for begging my mom.
Kung Fu gives you magic. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
You've sometimes. What's it called? What's the term called? Suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
You have to understand, if you're getting into the martial arts cinema genre, you have to understand that sometimes you didn't question why people could fly in Crouching Tiger. Sometimes,
Yeah, but everybody
Kung
can
Fu.
fly.
Yeah, well, if you practice Kung Fu
check it
enough, you can turn paint into
That was
bullets.
such
Peace be with
I'm
you.
getting angry.
All I'm saying is I agree. All I wanted was a grain of rice that was like, I learned from an evil book. I'm like, done. Or anything. That's all. Just a.
He ascended to godhood because remember, he thought he was a god, and maybe he got the powers bestowed upon him because he had worshippers that basically made him a god.
He was smoking that stuff.
so because
He was
people
smoking stuff.
so because people believe in him,
Yeah.
he has
He has the power.
Power.
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, this is what annoys me, right? People, when they watch something that they're not familiar with, they get selectively angry or selectively annoyed about things. Whereas if they watch another genre that they're into, they'll be fine with it. They'll be like, oh, that's fine. I can suspend my disbelief. But give them something new and give them something unique that maybe they haven't seen before. It's question this, question that.
But maybe if it was done better, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, yeah, I never question it because it's a fantastic film.
Okay, you've just fucking proved your point then. The reason why you're questioning it then is because you didn't like this film. You're not questioning it because you're actually questioning it. You've just proven the point.
Interesting.
Yeah. Got him! Ugh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll think on that.
Anyway, the film's good.
It's very good.
Yeah, the villain. Yeah, he's particularly good
weirdo.
in it. Although what they could have done is made him a eunuch. Apparently, in every kung fu film, if you're a eunuch, that gives you powers.
How is he gonna Shabbat Shalom that lady?
Good question. Maybe he can just rub stumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the. Oh right.
Oh dear. One thing, this film made me audibly go yes a few times, and one of the main things, right, when Fong Sai-yuk gets delivered to this, what is that?
It's like a prison.
Dungeon?
Yeah, it's like
Prison?
a prison dungeon for the bad guys.
Cave, though, right?
Right, for all the Shaolin monks that they
Yeah,
capture.
it's like a system of caves, I suppose you'd call it.
And the function of these, why they keep the prisoners, are to hopefully one day make them become evil, / use them for labor.
Yes.
What are they making? Just kind
Look
of
like weapons, look like swords.
Weapons?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which seem like a bad idea. Why would you have your prisoners be making weapons?
What? I will agree with that. That's one thing I will agree with. Why would you give your prisoners the ability to make weapons? Do you know what? Now that's logic. That's good logic.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you
Like,
there.
granted, they're chained up, but still, they have weapons in their hands.
Fong Sai-yuk took a sword from someone maybe 10 times this movie.
Yeah. Also, his sword at the beginning, so blatantly made of plastic. It was awful. Anyway.
And then that thing gets like broken or destroyed
And then it comes
10
back.
times in this film, and then in the next scene he has it again.
The bit that made me go, "Oh yes," or exclaim, is when he's asked to. Basically, there's a bridge, and he's told if he can get across the bridge and get to the evil villain, then he can leave. And he tries to get across it, but his brother, his kung fu brother, jumps down. As soon as the fucking tiger form and the crane fist come out, I was in heaven. I was like, oh yes, please, yes, like this a lot. And then at the end, when they get on each other's shoulder, not each other's shoulders, the tiger's at the bottom, and then the crane is on the top on his shoulders.
Yeah, he enjoyed that.
I love that shit. The tiger forms in this and the crane forms in this was so good, and they're so unique because they're like it's not traditional old school forms and shapes. It's kind of modern wire fu, which made it really really interesting. How did you feel about the wires in this film? Were you okay with them?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right. They're not too over the top in this.
No.
film.
One person took a bump in this movie. I rewound it.
Okay.
I went, how? They took the super serum because they broke their back on a table.
Yep. Yes.
Which part?
Was
Is
the
that
woman?
about? Yeah. I don't know if it was a woman, but that's the character.
But he stands up immediately afterwards.
Oh,
I know.
Right.
What the hell?
Right.
I actually put that in my notes. I was like, is he meant to stand up immediately after that stunt? Or was he meant to stay down? The fact that he gets up makes it look even cooler.
He's definitely on a rope, so there's
Yeah,
some
definitely,
assistance.
yeah.
But I mean, like a pancake.
Yeah. He's I assume it's a stunt man. He's playing one of the hench ladies in it, and he's pulled back and he goes through this table, but it looks like he's meant to go through the table and just lie on his back, but he like flips backwards and stands up. It's amazing. Brilliant stunt. Yeah, I think some of the action beats in this, not even action beats, some of the moments during the action sequences, Cyrus mentioned earlier, like fire, lots and lots of fire in this film. They do not give a fuck about fire.
No, they
People
don't.
stand in fire. People roll in fire. People run through fire.
Yep.
Even fucking Willie Chi, the lead actor, at one point he's just stood and literally the fire is beneath his feet.
Yeah.
He's just stood there.
Yeah.
It's bonkers. It's bonkers.
You know, in the beginning, one guy gets lit on fire.
That's a grim fucking fire stunt.
Yeah. Didn't.
Yeah.
That was.
Mentally, I was like,
yikes.
I know he's safe, but he doesn't look like he's safe.
Yeah.
I still question if he was safe.
That's some rough fire fucking stunts in this. They went pretty balls to the wall when it comes to the action. There are a lot of notable things. Although I tell you what, one thing that isn't noticeable, we were watching a crisp remastered Blu-ray version of it. I don't think I spotted a single wire.
No,
I don't think I actually went, oh, there's the fucking wire. It's blatant.
no.
But the only thing I did notice, lots of rubber spears.
Oh, I didn't.
Lots of rubber spears. Did you notice that?
No.
The ends of the spears were flopping all over the place, which I actually find quite funny, but it was distracting. But yeah, it was. I think the action. So this film could be structured in a way where there's no action throughout the film, because it could be if you think a prisoner goes to a prison, where's the action going to be? But they managed to fit it in. They managed to squeeze it in. They introduce his brother. They have Guillotine, the guy that fights him, and it's just really good stuff.
This could be made into like a modern day non kung fu escape movie.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Do you know what? It could be remade into a very decent kung fu movie.
Fucking, it's
as
the
well.
Goonies, dude.
It's really solid. I personally I think Devon was 100% right about the characterization. I think you just don't care about people, even when they try and hit you hard at the end. And this is a spoiler, but I'm sure everyone's seen this. They kill off the hench lady, who you think is making a turn for the good, and then they kill her off. It's clever that they kill her off because it's like, it's a ropey dope on you because she's bad, and you're like, oh, she's coming good, and then they kill her. But you still kind of go,
Meh.
okay, she wasn't that good. Like, yeah, she died. And I don't think they pull on the heartstrings enough for you to care about characters in this. Even
No.
Fong Sayuka, personally, I
Didn't care about him.
Watered
much.
down.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting, though. I think you and I appreciate, or I agree that you did this. You watched the film and you said the characters didn't do much for me, so I didn't really enjoy the film that much. I think I am maybe a little too forgiving because I think I went, everything else in the film is amazing. I really enjoyed it, and I kind of went, oh, let's just hide the lack of character under the rug there. So maybe I'm doing that. Maybe I'm being a little too forgiving for the film, but still, I would. I'd still rate this highly, and I would certainly watch this like multiple times. But I think Devon and Cyrus are coming from a very, very. That's why I appreciate them in this episode because that's it beats the normal lap shit.
Also, I feel also my first thought when he the main character popped up and they identified who he was. For a split second I just wanted to roll my eyes and be like, ugh, this guy again.
Fucking Fong Sayuk.
Yeah.
Oh, Fong Sayuk?
Yeah.
Oh, because you watched the Jet Li film and you didn't like the Jet
I mean,
Li
how
film?
many? Not that. I'm just like, how many movies are there about this, or do there have to be about this one character?
She's going to be
I
very
know.
upset when we watch more
Oh.
Wong Fei Hung films.
Sorry.
Wong Fei Hung, the character, has been in like over 150.
I know that guy too. I know.
That's interesting. I would like to take a moment to like ask you a little bit more about that.
Okay.
I sound like a fucking therapist. What's going on? Why? Why does that frustrate you? As long as the stories are different.
But then I guess because the stories are different, why does it have to be him? Why can't it be just someone else?
Okay. I
That's a good fucking point.
I kind of get that, but it is still telling the kind of story of Fong Sayuk in that he was a monk that escaped from the temple. Then they just switch up the next part. But is that any different from? And you tell me. I'm not judging you in any way. Is that any different from multiple films with Wolverine or Superman?
Fair, but there aren't like 100 of them.
True. Okay. That's. I agree with that. I agree with that. So you'd be fine if there was a sprinkling of Fong Sayuk films.
Yeah.
4 or
Or
5.
just or just why does it always have to be that guy? Or is it simply because of who he is, the name recognition?
Yeah.
And but if
It's a folk hero, right? That they tell
okay,
stories
fine.
about folk heroes.
Right,
It's
right,
like,
right.
I mean, if I was going to compare it,
Are there not any others? Is it just these two guys?
no, there are a few, and they are scattered throughout films. There's Butcher Wing, Magnificent Butcher. Butcher Wing has been in a few.
Make more of that guy.
Okay, I agree.
Make
I
more
agree.
of that guy.
But if I was going to compare Wong Fei Hung and Fong Sayuk, I would say they are far more like Robin Hood. If you think about how many Robin Hood films there've been,
Nice.
They're definitely more like Robin Hood, like a folk story,
Hmm.
a folk hero, and maybe even I'd compare like someone like Fong Sayuk even to like James Bond or someone like that, where they have
Okay.
multiple films. But I understand exactly where you're coming from. I think wanting to see a new story without the same character in it. You don't have to inject the same character into a different story.
Right.
You can just have a different story with a different character.
And then
And that would make the character more realistic because we'd be forced to learn about him. Not that's Fong Sayuk. Let's go. It's like, who is this guy?
Right.
Yes, because they go, hey, you guys know about Fong Sayuk, right? Okay, let's get the story going.
He's not like, hey, this is Jim. All right, what's it? But who
Yeah.
the fuck is Jim?
That's
What is Jim like?
absolutely, that's interesting because I think adding a different character actually contributes to what you've said, that you were looking for more character or character like a
Character
development.
development.
And if they didn't do Fong Sayuk, they would have to give you more character development. Okay,
Right.
that's a fair argument. You are being uncharacteristically intellectual.
How dare you? I feel like yeah, you just insulted me.
I know, that was a joke.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're coming from a great angle. I think that's right. I think I don't want to side with you in any way, but I think
In any way.
I think I sometimes I will agree that I am more forgiving with kung fu films because it's my genre.
Now, sir,
Yes.
we talked about delusion the other day.
Me and you,
Yeah,
did we?
I think briefly.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we did
Okay.
on our work chat or something.
Oh yes, we did. Yes.
I believe, and I think I have some evidence here that you are correct. You like these movies with a passion that no one can squelch. The flame is in
Yes.
your heart and cannot be suffocated,
Yes.
extinguished,
Y-
distinguished,
Yeah.
extinguished.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think that's a really interesting discussion to have because at the end of the day, you can take my other love in life, and that is hip hop. You can shit on Gucci Mane or Glorilla or Cardi B or fucking all these modern rappers that rap about bullshit. Mumble rappers. That's what they call them, mumble rappers. You can shit on them all you want, but I will always stand there. And I don't like that music either, but I will always stand there and say hip hop's the greatest music genre of all time because I will still say, well, there's Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and Nas and people like that. So I think you're absolutely right. I think people can put forward a strong argument because you can take kung fu cinema and you can break it down into all its issues, mistakes, and problems. And
Or
yeah.
you could appreciate it as a whole.
Yes, exactly. I think you can do two different things. And I think with you guys, I think you are in the middle. I think you're in the middle of that.
We're taking it as it is, always.
You
all
are
the time,
you're
as fully grown adults.
yeah,
We
but
didn't have these growing up, and it didn't
Yes.
change us.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's an important part of Kung Fu cinema that you have to warm to certain exuberances, certain, dare I say, silliness. I think you have to warm to it. And sometimes that's really fucking hard. That's why I haven't. You want some?
Yes, please.
You're on camera, so it's all right. You can ask me.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that I think like that's why I haven't shown you the super goofy stuff or the super, as Devon would say, like films filled with shenanigans. That's why I haven't even shown you Drunken Master, one of the greatest kung fu films of all time, because it's filled with bullshit. It's filled with silliness and goofiness and daftness. So I think we haven't got you to that point yet where you can appreciate, or
I don't think so.
will you ever appreciate that stuff?
I don't know.
So, and I think Cyrus's point is right. Is that sometimes you have to talking about me here, I have to understand that these guys haven't loved kung fu cinema since they were 15 years old. I've had 25 years to watch Dean Sheck and go, yeah, it's Dean Sheck, loads of fun. These guys fucking hate Dean Sheck. So it's very interesting, and I suppose you can do that with a lot of things. What's going on?
What's up, man? Keep going.
Oh, you're saying who's Dean Sheck?
Yeah.
Okay,
You would recognize him if you saw him.
you sure would. And
He's
I think that's
always the one who's just what's the word? Shtick. He always has like a
100%. He's the most annoying
Is that
character
the
in
skinny guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Most annoying character in Kung Fu cinema history.
Mhm.
I think I think that makes for a very interesting argument. And I hate to say it, I think horror and I think kung fu cinema
And hip
go
hop.
hand in hand. Not necessarily hip hop.
For you.
Kung fu and horror. Oh yeah, I love those, but kung fu and horror go hand in hand because I think they're both the easiest genres to deconstruct for their flaws. It's very hard to deconstruct romance. It's hard to deconstruct drama or even action. You can do it with action because you can go and watch fucking whatever cheesy, shitty Chuck Norris film and be like, oh, look how stupid it is. But again, that's martial arts. But you can take the martial arts, kung fu cinema, and horror and completely tear them apart. And I think it's a case of sometimes you learn to sacrifice your own criticisms in order to love something. But that comes early on, I think. I think that comes with the love that you gain over
Over
20
time.
years over
Yeah.
time.
And if
yeah.
I may
Yeah.
Mhm.
presume something,
Mhm.
these movies,
Mhm.
kung fu movies, horror movies, and hip hop were kind of your happy place as a kid.
No, still are.
And that will always remain.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
we're getting kind of chucked into the deep end
Oh,
as fully grown adults.
you two
So
are fucked. You two are fucked. There's no way. I hate to say it. There's no way you can win. There's no way you can win. I'm having you watch these films, and that's why, let's be honest, Cyrus, you're quite outspoken, and you've maybe disliked the films a little more than I thought initially. Nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But that's why I appreciate Devan, because she has sometimes come over to the dark side. It's not the dark side, I'd say the Jedi side. She's come over to my side a little bit because she has watched a Gordon Liu film and she's been like, you know what? Okay, Encounters of the Spooky Kind. Very silly at times. Very silly comedy.
So good, though.
But you really enjoyed it. And at
So
times
good.
like that, that's what gives me a massive boner. Because it's just like she
So good.
really can enjoy Cantonese comedy and
I
silliness.
still think you would like it.
He's never going to watch it. So
I know, which
I'm gonna
is
watch that on my free time.
which frustrates me so much because I desperately want to know what your opinion would be because I
Do
think
you?
I think you would like it, but of course you could surprise me.
To
But
give you some props. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
I appreciate Devin's opinion because she doesn't BS ever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And there she is not hiding anything. So when she says she likes
Yep.
something,
That's why I like it. She likes it. She's never kowtowed to me in any way and gone,
that's silly.
okay, I'm going to say I like this because Sean loves it.
Well, yeah, that'd be
But
crazy.
I really don't. She'll be flat out honest with me and go, Sean, this is your favorite film? It's garbage. Like, she'll be completely honest, which I really, really appreciate. And that's why I've always liked her honesty about kung fu films, because that's what makes me happy when she likes the ones she does, because it means, okay,
she does.
yeah, she does.
I'm a weapons gal.
That's awesome.
We all know Devin, and she's a great liar. She hides her emotions very well.
That's right.
She plays characters. She does voices.
We've seen how she is with service in restaurants.
Improv.
I am not.
She is a spy for the Russian
I don't
government.
like ketchup.
I
Yeah.
am not like that.
No, I don't want that.
I am
Next
not
page.
that bad.
Next page.
I am not like
Like,
that.
can you tell me what's the best thing on your menu? The fish is good. I don't want fish.
I do not.
I
am
hate
not like
fish.
that. They are exaggerating.
Not even a word of exaggeration.
You are
being-
exaggerating. I am not
And
that bad.
then Sean and I will be there, and it's just so quiet. And then the lady leaves, and Devin kind of blinks a little bit, and she goes, "Was that okay?" And we're like, "No, no, lady."
But
I am
it's
not that bad.
It's not anger and it's not offensiveness.
No.
It's obliviousness. Devin knows what she wants.
I'm thinking. Here's the problem.
You're thinking out
I'm
loud.
thinking out loud.
Yes.
I'm not directing it at our server. I'm thinking out loud.
She doesn't understand that her internal voice sometimes isn't okay for other people to hear, right? And
I've gotten better. I haven't been like that in a long time.
No, you haven't. You haven't. I'll be honest. You haven't been like that in a long time.
But yeah, I was thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Like so if it was a salad, if it was ordering a salad, I'd ask what their dressings were, and instead of keeping it myself, I speak out loud. I'm just like, I don't like any of those.
That's exactly what she does.
But I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to myself.
Can be a little jarring.
A little bit.
But
jarring.
they pointed it out to me, and so I don't do that anymore.
This is something I know. Someone who's similar. I will bring something forth and say, it's a lady. I say, hello, lady. I care about this very deeply. Would you care to participate? She goes, I don't like that. And I'm like, okay, just so you know, that kind of hurts my feelings just a little bit. And she was like, oh, yeah, okay.
That's great.
So she's learning as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, I tried to do an example. I was like, okay, tell me something you like. She's like, I was like, I hate it. She's like, oh. Again, she doesn't mean it like, I hate what you like. I hate you. This is bad. It's just like, in her head, it's like, I don't like that very much.
Yeah, I think that's a common, like, I was going to say common issue. It's not a common issue. Like, if there's anything that me and Devin ever bump heads on in our marriage, well, there's probably lots of things that I do, but if it's one of the things that she does. She doesn't do much. She doesn't really get me annoyed. But sometimes it's either her internal voice
She's going, look at it.
speaking out loud, or it's just her hearing something that I've said and going, her outside demeanor goes, okay. And I know her inside voice is going, not listening to a thing I said. Another example, right? I got mad at her the other night. I'll be honest with you. I got fucking mad at her, right? Because I recently said, hey, you liked Fall of the House of Usher. I think you'd really, really like Midnight Mass. Okay? Great show. Really, I loved it.
There's a backstory.
Yes.
It lines up.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No kung fu in it. And I said, hey, I would love to watch it with you if you ever want to watch it. She goes, okay. I don't hear about it again. So occasionally, I think I mentioned it 2 or 3 times. Midnight Mass is good. It's good.
Yeah.
Nothing. The other day, she comes home. She goes, oh yeah, I've been watching Midnight Mass in work. Just completely doesn't listen to the fact that I go, I would like to watch it with you if you watch it. And she just goes, I've been watching it in work. I'm just like, the fuck?
Right.
I wanna
So yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
She does that a lot.
I take in the fact that he recommends something, but I don't hear the part where he says he wants to watch it too. So all I hear is, "Oh, you should watch this." And then
Yeah,
finally
yeah,
one
yeah.
day I was just like,
You got
I
the
need something
information,
right.
but you didn't use it correctly.
Yeah.
Right.
She got the
So-
fact, but she didn't get the human bit of it.
Right. So during my lunch break, I tend to watch things at work while I'm having lunch, and I'm trying to find something
like,
to watch. And and I was just like, oh yeah, Sean said I should watch this. And then yeah, we just finished watching The House of Usher. So I was like, maybe I should revisit his other shows. And so I started
That sounds
watching.
good. I should watch
Right.
it.
And so I started watching it. So I'm a couple episodes in, and then yeah, so the other day I was just like, oh hey, did I tell you that I started Midnight?
That's exactly right.
That's what I said to him.
That is a equation to make someone angry.
yeah, exactly.
And then when he said that
I got angry. I
he
got really
did.
annoyed.
He did.
'Cause I really wanted to rewatch it
right.
with her.
And when he said that he told me that he wanted to watch it, I was just like, yeah, I didn't remember that at all.
It's the worst.
I'm so
life.
sorry.
It's life.
I am sorry.
This film drops a hard C in it, doesn't it?
See you next
Let's
Tuesday.
see.
C word.
Did it?
Yeah, it says like he goes, you can have the
Oh,
Ah.
I don't remember that.
You don't
bit.
remember that?
No.
Oh, that's one of the subtitles I noticed. He has the I'm gonna say the word, so if you're offended by that word,
I thought he just said
apologize.
bitch.
No, the subtitle said it. He throws this girl and he goes, "You can have the cunt," and I was just like, "Woo, lordy!"
So here's my thing, and this is why, yeah, I hate a part of my dislike of this movie is the subtitles. Like Fung Sayuk constantly saying "Bring it on" every time when he's
got
about to
90s.
fight.
I got a few
Right,
others.
it's "Bring it on" or early 2000, and I was just like, and then the whole gay thing, and
Oh, I
then
got
in the
another one.
beginning with her and the whole thing in that abandoned house and just the snarkiness or these
Who
little
took
comments.
a peek at my dick? That was another one.
Right, and all this, and I fucking
Which
your tush is a good handful.
that's one I've got written down. Your tush. They dropped
And
a tush.
I was just like, I hate these subtitles.
Yeah, who took a peek at my dick is wild. They're just in a massive brawl and half. Well, also, I will say this: the humor in this film doesn't work. But they're in a massive
at all.
brawl, and then some guy just shouts, "Who took a peek at my dick?"
Yeah,
Also, there's a weird subtitle where it goes, "Her leg is broken. She'll die anyway."
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Do
do you mean he'll find her with a broken leg and kill her?
Right.
Or will she
Or
die from a
or
broken
is she gonna
leg?
die from a broken leg?
Yeah. How long have we
Been a
been
while.
recording, Devon?
We are at an hour and 19.
Oh, dear. All right.
Yeah.
I wanted this one to be fairly short.
And then he kills the bad guy, and that's the movie.
Yeah, I love the final fight scene. I think it's great. I think the magic bit with the paper and he basically can turn paper into
Weapons.
weapons.
Like blade, yeah,
Ninja stars,
basically.
exactly, and he turns paint into bullets, and I personally think it's cool as shit.
Oh yeah, and sorry, and then also, of course, this movie had to make me upset again. So at the end, the big explosion, they fucked with those horses again.
They really
They
did.
had real
They really
explosives
did.
or
Very
whatever
close.
going off near these horses, and those horses were
distraught.
freaking the fuck
Yeah, it's
out.
horrible.
They were like horses, tied up, and yeah, they had the explosions happening near them, and those horses were rearing up. They were freaking the fuck out, and I was just like, why would you
there a
do that?
website?
Why do you have to end it like this?
Is there a website you can go to
Leave the
see
horses alone.
whether there's animal cruelty in films? There should be. There's
Probably.
doesthedogdie.com that tells you whether a dog dies in the film. I know that. But there should be one that tells you whether there's actual animal cruelty in it.
Like the plot of the movie.
Yeah, does the dog die? Because I think
didn't work out.
there you go. That's right.
Didn't
Molly
work
and
out.
me. Spoiler alert. The dog dies.
Yeah.
I've never seen that film.
100 Dalmatians.
I reckon that film made me cry.
Yeah. Why would I want to see that?
Yeah, why would you want to see it? Exactly. But I really thought the finale was good, and I love the way the bad guy dies. He gets hit by a Buddha palm. Good stuff.
Buddha sent him to hell.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, which is great because he's constantly saying throughout the film that Buddha is in hell. That's what
Right.
he's saying. Buddha rots in hell.
The brothers reunite and reconcile and start their life.
Yeah, everyone's fucking cool with this dude, even though he's been like, he's participated this whole time in like killing them and enslaving them.
Yeah, good stuff.
But everyone, by the end, just because he decided, and I don't even recall the reason. Why did he all of a sudden decide to join them?
Because he was always a good guy. Remember, he was creating a map to get out of there from day one.
Oh, right.
He was always a good guy. He was just pretending to be a bad guy.
Right.
So his reason.
But still, though, at the sacrifice of, he was still like that bad guy's number one henchman, though, right?
Yeah, he also has a fight with Fong Sai-yuk and almost kills him.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
But anyway,
I get what you mean. Anyway,
saves him though.
I think it's an interesting discussion that we've had, and I think their opinions. I can't argue with their criticisms. They obviously can't argue with mine because I'm right. So you've got to understand that that's the way
We're both
things
right.
go.
That's how facts work.
Hmm.
You just said you can't argue with our views.
True.
I can't argue with your views, but that doesn't make you right. I can't argue with your views because dumb people have views as well. All right.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Should we get into list of questions?
Let's hit it.
Okay. Adam O'Connor 2003 asks, got a question for you. Out of the movies you have reviewed, who has been your favorite actor or martial arts performer?
Gordon.
Gordy. You're a fan of Gordy.
Yeah.
Joseph
I'm a
Gordon-Levitt.
Yes.
Yep. That's right, Gordon Ramsay.
Yes. Yeah. Good
Yeah,
old
he-
Gordon. Good old Gordon Liu.
You're a fan of Gordon Liu. Yeah. I mean, he's great. I can't answer this question.
Yeah, you've probably have far too
Well,
many.
Sammo Hung's my favorite, but recently, for some bizarre reason, Lau Kar-leung as a performer in films, he's getting better and better in my eye. When I watch him, I'm more and more like, oh, I like him. I like what he looks like on screen. So Sammo Hung, Lau Kar-leung are probably my favorites. You didn't say
Chow
Jackie,
Yun-fat.
right? Oh, you like Chow Yun-fat? How many Chow Yun-fat films have we done?
2?
Two.
2 or 3?
Hard Boiled and The Killer.
Oh yeah, 2.
Maybe we'll do better tomorrow. You're a Chow Yun-fat guy.
Well, all I knew of him was Dragon.
Mhm.
And what fucking
Crouching Tiger,
Yeah.
Dragon.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. It's
Gandalf,
okay.
You're right.
I
We're
knew
doing
what you
that
meant.
for the podcast, by the way.
And I didn't. Oh well, I love that movie.
You don't really like that?
We'll talk about it on a fin.
Wow, you don't like Crouching Tiger? That's wild.
But it's cool to see him play like a real person, not Kung Fu Flying Man.
Yeah. You like him being a bit more grounded?
Hmm.
Okay. Maybe we won't do Crouching Tiger since
I want to do it
Cyrus
because I
doesn't
saw it
like
when I was a kid.
All right. Oh, it'll be interesting to
Yeah.
revisit it.
And the lady's in there.
Which lady are you referring to?
Which one?
The lady of Kung Fu.
Michelle Yeoh
Michelle
or Zhang
Yeoh or
Ziyi?
yeah.
Michelle Yeoh I was talking about.
Okay. Comic Handlings asks, how do you feel about gore in movies? Do you prefer it to be light-hearted and silly, like the Friday the 13th movies, or are you okay with realism and brutality when a film calls for it? When is movie violence too much?
I'm gonna take this one.
Go.
Okay.
Hit it.
Hit us with it.
Both. I'll say why.
Oh,
A lot of these Korean dramas, thrillers, horrors nail the violence. It is very brutal, as Sean says, but it works. It really sets the tone. I'm invested, and I like it a lot. And silly gore is fun. I like to look at blood that makes no sense, colors of blood that make no sense, that spurt out and around. The blood in this movie was like a fucking Crayola
Yeah.
bucket of paint.
Yep.
So they both have their places.
both have merits.
You don't. And here's where they get married. So like in Kill Bill, that's kind of the both things combining because it's realistic. It's like, oh, they're actually sword fighting. Okay, that's real. And it's like they're bleeding. That's also real. But then it's like, which is hilarious. So there's a place for all three, kind of.
So, what's your opinion on films like that do like
Saw or something.
not even Saw, like kind of even one step above Saw, a film
Terrifier.
that Terrifier is silly gore though. It's very daft and
I
silly.
mean, some of it's not silly.
Some of it's, I mean, it's extreme. But what about something beyond Terrifier? Like these people who make like hour-long films that are basically fake snuff films. They're fake.
Nope.
They're snuff films.
No.
But it's just
No.
people like torturing a body for
No.
an hour, and it's just basically a way of them highlighting their special effects and making it as real looking as possible.
No.
And saying, here's a gross extreme film.
No, because
No.
that's just
It's not
that's just
entertainment,
real.
right?
That's just real.
Right.
It's just actually fucking with the dead body, essentially.
Well, they're not.
Yeah.
I know, but if it looks like it and
No.
exactly like it, and there's no plot,
There's no plot.
Sticking.
There's no plot.
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah.
No.
I don't care for those films. I used to when I was a kid, but that's because I was looking for the most disturbing film ever. But I don't care for those films anymore. If you've just got plotless, mindless violence, and it's like if it's like sexual in nature or like over the top brutality just to show it on camera,
No.
I get some people want to watch it because I don't know, for some reason. It's not my thing. I like extreme gore. But I'll like it in something like Terrifier. Either in Terrifier or something with a very, very good story. That has like really, really for example, I'll give you a perfect example. Bone Tomahawk. Bone Tomahawk is an excellent film and has one of the roughest scenes of violence you'll see in quite some time. It's brutal as fuck.
I close my eyes.
But it
serves a purpose.
It serves that's exactly it. You nailed it. It serves a purpose. Yeah.
If I may
Mhm.
sound intelligent,
No, you may not.
violence is a tool, and it can
Yeah.
shape characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like death is, life, love.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
guy walks into a room, says nothing, and punches someone in the face. You know who this guy is already.
Yeah, exactly. There's someone on Twitter, I don't know who it was, or X, whatever it's called now, who just recently tweeted, and everyone got upset about it because he said, "I refuse to watch Terrifier 3, and if you watch Terrifier 3, you're a fucking sicko and gross because children get killed in it." And personally, that's fine to me. It's not real, and it's over the top and stupid gore. It's not going to be fucking like. It's Terrifier. It's going to make it look as silly and gross and stupid as possible. Like, I'd understand if it was like fucking Schindler's List and a child gets brutally killed in it. You might go, oh no, I don't care for that. But if it's doing goofy stuff, just leave it alone. I mean, plus, you don't have to watch it. Don't watch it.
Ooh. It's a tough line is like torturing a kid in a movie.
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
But they do it in Doctor Sleep. And the scene is called for, and it is excruciating to watch, and it is rough as hell, but it shows
Don't
the
remember
fact
that at all.
that, oh yeah, it's fucking
Isn't it
horrible.
mental torture?
No, they
Oh.
straight up kill a kid for like 5 minutes. They stab him to death.
Oh
Horrible death. And they keep
yeah.
inhaling his essence.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
brutal.
forgot all about
It's brutal
that.
as fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
I remember that
it
now.
gives you a sense of who the characters are. It shows you they are taking this kid's essence as they kill him, and that's what they live for. They don't give a fuck that they are brutalizing a child.
Oh yeah.
Just it's
They,
rough.
they like absorb screams. Is that it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Next question.
Okay. Positive energy.
Next question. We got some good stuff. Sorry, my boss just texted me, and I'll check it
On a-
after. I'll check it
on a
after the
Sunday?
podcast.
On a Sunday evening?
What are something? Comic Handle links again. What's something each of you are really picky about? Food, movies, clothes.
Oh boy. Go ahead, Cyrus.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
All right. Get ready. Put your pretentious earmuffs on, because I'm about to be a snob. Okay. I'm not a foodie. I'll eat trash. I'll eat garbage, slop, fish pies and slop all day.
Yeah.
But one thing that I think I'm actually can taste, and I'm an expert on,
Yeah.
is pho. Can I say that?
Of course you can.
Okay. I was lucky enough to be introduced to it when I was 15 at a fucking God's shop. God opened the shop for me. I've been having it for 20 years. And I know what I have. I have like a rating scale from like 1 to 5.
Yeah.
I can tell you by look, smell, taste, obviously, what it is. My number one is called hot mop water. That's like someone goes, "Hey, what are we doing?" They go, "Pho, put it in a bowl, make it do something." And I go, will go to a pho restaurant for the first time, look around, and be like, "Oh, okay, I know this is gonna be bad." I see it, I'm like, "I know this is gonna be bad." I do a thing, and then I look at the workers there. I'm like, "Guys,
This is slop.
disrespectful, dude." It hurts me a little.
Yeah.
Because new people come in, and they're like, "That's not half bad," and I'm like, "You don't.
You just don't know.
You're eating like a frozen cheeseburger compared to like a Ruth's Chris."
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know what pho. I know. Whoo, baby! I love pho.
You're a picky pho boy.
I even made it myself. Wasn't great, but
It wasn't bad.
I went
It wasn't.
through all of the whole thing.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I tried some, and it was
So,
pretty good. Pretty
I'm a
good.
pho snob.
Faux snob. Devin, you picky about anything?
I feel like I am, but I feel like what I'm picky about is odd. Do you have an answer for me? What do you think I'm
So
picky
you're
about?
picky about?
Yeah.
Hot French fries.
Yeah, there's certain food things like that, like
Yeah, I have a few
Johnny
food.
Cool French fries.
Well, that's
I
just
don't know,
insane.
something you're super picky about.
I know, but I feel like
Movies.
oh yeah, I've gotten more picky
You've
about
gotten
movies.
super picky.
But
Devin,
but
when we met, Devin would watch any old thing, and
Actually,
now
very
she's
true.
very picky.
But it's not like it's not like there's a criteria. I just have to be in the mood
Yeah,
to watch
and she's
something.
never in the mood.
Like for instance, like Get Out. It took me years to watch that, and it's not because I just wasn't interested.
Yeah,
finally just one day it came to me like, you know what? I'm ready to watch this movie now.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so there's no rhyme or reason. I just have to be in the mood to watch
I have a bad
a
joke.
particular thing.
So you were like, "I just don't really want to watch Get Out." You know what Sean said?
Get Out.
Get Out.
Yeah.
Not a good joke at all.
Yeah. I'm picky about our home, like where things are and how things should be.
Yeah.
Because my way is correct.
I'm not going to argue. She's good with the home. I'm not.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to argue with that.
So yeah, I'm particular about that.
Yeah.
I've gotten really picky about how things should be done at work. That's a new one for me. Like people aren't meeting my standards.
Good Lord. Said she talks to you in the bedroom?
Yeah. She's like, you're not meeting my standards.
And then
You
she
wanna
says,
know-
"Get out."
Get out.
I
Yeah.
don't say that to anyone. I just quietly stew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to. Your inner voice used to speak for you.
You
so
know, also
yeah.
she says, it's another movie, she says, "Nope." Did I repeat myself?
So yeah,
And
A
then
little
she
bit.
goes,
It's
it's
good.
not you, it's us.
There you go. Nicely done. What about you?
I don't know. I used to be super picky about how I sleep. I had to be like pure darkness. Darknesses. It used to be pure darkness, and it used to be pure silence. I can't have anything but that. But since we've moved next to a fucking railway station,
Yeah.
metro station,
There's no.
do
You have no choice in the matter.
Sounds of the train kind of sound quite
I
peaceful now.
know.
I kind of like it. It soothes me a little bit.
You know what I think it is? One, it's not crazy noise.
Mhm.
And two, it's like, oh, it's coming, and I know exactly what to expect. I know that it's the same time,
I think
the
so.
same.
It
Ooh.
also, dare I say, takes me a little bit back to my childhood, because in my childhood home, I used to be next to a railway, and I used to sleep with trains going past.
Were you a
So-
conductor?
I was, yes. I was a train robber.
Oh,
Yeah,
those are two different things. But
yeah.
wait,
I was
were you a
both.
conductor and then you?
And then you would rob the
Someone's
train.
robbing my train, and you did inside job.
Exactly, exactly. I was, Money Train, the Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes film.
It's about you.
That's about me.
Yeah. You used to be really particular about opening when you would get new DVDs or Blu-rays.
Oh, I still am a little bit.
Not as much.
No. I used to
couldn't
let no one touch my
I
Blu-rays.
couldn't touch them.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah. Not until he opened them. Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
finger on it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's pretty funny. I
We're all
was just
growing.
like,
We're all
really?
growing over here.
No one could borrow a Blu-ray off me.
That too.
Like, no one could come to my house and be like, "Oh, can I borrow?" No, you cannot. Get the fuck out my house.
Nobody lay a finger on my butter Blu-ray.
Yeah, no one can. No, that's not how it works. If you would like to watch a film, you can go and rent it like everyone else.
What are you picky about
See, I'm not
now?
that picky.
You're getting better. I mean, just about
Interesting.
Yeah.
like foods. You're like coffee's for gays.
I mean, yeah. I used
You're
to
like bananas are stupid.
Yep. But now I'm eating bananas and sucking down coffee.
Yeah.
So, let's face it, I've grown the most, and I'm a better man. I'm not picky about much now, am I? No.
You have your habits, and you're very much are very habitual, and you
I
don't
like change.
Yeah, and when
Oh,
you don't like change, but
picky
I
about
suppose,
change.
but yeah, but
Anything that fucks up my little bubble.
or his routine, he don't like that.
No.
Bubble's getting bigger though.
The bubble's getting bigger.
Like YouTube wasn't a thing.
Yeah. I'm quite picky about my cat. Like, I don't want my cat like if she's meowing, I have to know where she is and like why she's meowing. And if I don't see her, Devin's probably noticed this recently. If I don't see her, if she's in another room,
It's like he thinks she's trapped somewhere in our apartment or that she's left.
Yeah.
I don't know where
she tries to me out, and I have to go and find
She's
her.
doing drugs.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's
Right. And I'm
that's
just
already
like,
picky, but I like
yeah.
I do have to find her and look and see. Oh, there she is. She's under the bed.
Yeah.
Everything's all right.
She came and she's like, no.
Right. And I'm like, she's fine. She's just off somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, next question.
Next question.
This is going probably a bit long, so
Oh,
yeah, I might skip a few. I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
We're at 137.
Oh, that's not bad.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. How are you?
That's good. No, I mean you know.
Oh yeah, Sean got his COVID vaccine yesterday, and earlier he wasn't feeling very
Oh
well.
yeah, but I've got energy. I've got caffeine in me, so I'm feeling about my arms hurting like fuck. But I'm okay. What subjects were you good, terrible at school? That's Comic and Links.
Terrible.
Math. I was terrible.
I was
Math
okay at math.
could go fuck itself.
I
But
was dog shit at art.
oh yeah, I wasn't great at
Art,
art.
I was fuck and French. Art and French.
Yeah.
Not at
No.
all, which is weird because now I'm really good at French kissing and the art of lovemaking. Oh, gotcha! Oh,
Yeah, but anything, math and chemistry, stuff like that, no. But literally any and every other subject, I was perfectly fine.
I agree. Math, the grades go from A to F, and on one of my tests, she put an R there, and I asked, "What is that for?" She said, "You're retarded."
rightfully so.
So
Yeah.
she kicked me out of school,
And now you're here.
and now I'm here.
Now you work for me.
Yeah, math. I mean, goddamn, I got a D in math one time.
I got an F in French.
I was good in French. Art. I'm an art man.
See, I was really good at history.
Oh yeah, I could. Yeah,
My
that's
history
easy.
teacher came to me and he's like, "You should pursue this." And I was like, "Pursue history?" And he's like, "Yeah, you could like curate museums and shit." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna work for a water company."
This conversation is history.
Right. I said, "You and I, history."
With
Yeah.
our powers combined, we can graduate high school.
Captain Planet?
Got my art and your
History.
I did graduate high school.
He missed. I got you, Cyrus.
I don't know. We're just jokes. Jokes are fun.
Wait. Okay. Okay.
Are you okay?
You all right?
Nope.
You're not getting the joke.
No, I got lost in the joke. Do you know what? I'll be honest. My boss texts me a very frustrating text, and it's a little bit on my mind. She wants me to do something, and it's annoying me a little bit. But I'll try and focus. Yeah, with our powers, we can graduate high school.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, wind.
Yeah. Water.
Yeah,
Earth.
Fire.
heart. Knock it off, heart. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want you. You're not even part of it. We can summon Captain Planet without you, heart. On your fucking bike.
Fart, more like it.
Yeah, jog on.
Talk to animals. Fucking shut up. I talk to animals too. I can say scram.
Yeah. I talk to your mum and she's an animal. Get out of here, heart.
Imagine you and me in
Oh
the show.
my
We're both
God.
just talking to Heart like that. She's just like,
Oh my god.
"I'm part of the team." I'm like, yeah,
Oh my
whatever, Heart.
god.
Why don't you go and fucking talk to a hairdresser? Sort out the fucking barnet you got.
Fucking mom was an animal last night. Goddamn. Put her to sleep.
We
you know what I mean?
should do that shit. Yeah, that's funny. Rama asks,
Emma.
what's the weirdest thing you would eaten given the opportunity? You would eaten? You would eat. Sorry, I said eaten. What's the
Yeah, I was about to
weird-
say, I don't see Rama making that kind of grammatical
No,
error.
that's me. That's all me, baby. What's the weirdest thing you would eat if you had the
Ooh.
opportunity to?
I don't want to eat weird things.
I've
so.
tried durian.
Oh, how was that?
No, I would have tried.
Wait,
Oh.
what is that again?
If I would.
It's like a cheese fruit.
It-
It's so bad.
It's meant to smell literally like old garbage.
It's
But
so
what
bad.
exactly is it?
It's a fruit.
It's a fruit. Oh, right.
Alien's egg.
Oh, right.
I don't know if I'd try it.
It's so bad. The smells so bad in countries they have no durian signs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's supposed to taste good. What's it taste like?
So it's like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it, or Vegemite, whatever you want to call it.
Got it.
You either love it or hate it.
Oh,
There's like durian ice cream that people love, durian like biscuits and things like that.
Durian gray.
if I didn't have to, yeah. If
Yeah,
I didn't have
the
to smell it, maybe I would
durian-
try.
Nope.
the durian.
No, sorry.
If I didn't have to smell it, I suppose I would try it.
Oh,
You have to breathe. Do you have scuba gear?
I mean, yeah, fair enough,
You have
but
to, like, and then run into someone's plate.
yeah.
yeah, okay.
I'm really interested. I would like to smell durian first. I'd like to find it and just go, do I like it?
You know
No
what I
thanks.
smell? Sturströmming.
Don't want to smell that. Don't want to smell that.
Who?
Fermented
like that?
fish.
Did you like that
Oh no,
weird
no, thank
accent I
you.
just did?
Wasn't bad.
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, it's fermented fish from no, not Norway. Where is it?
Sweden. Right?
Maybe
Sorry.
some Scandinavian
Yeah, they
company,
put crazy
country.
ass fish in a can and you open it up
Right.
and it goes like.
Yeah, no, I know.
Leave the room.
Yeah, no, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
Anything that smells gross, I couldn't do, but I would eat any meat. Any meat. I have no problem with eating like I don't know whatever ostrich, bison,
What about, like, a
alligator,
peacock.
peacock. I'd eat the shit out of a peacock breast. Yeah,
Mm.
I would eat any meat. I don't give a shit about that.
Squirrel?
Yeah, I've tried roadkill, but I don't know what I tried. It was kind of mystery meat, but I know it was roadkill. Someone from work cooked it up and brought it in, and I tried it.
If it's safe, I'd pretty much try it.
Maybe it was a or it was like a rodent he killed. Maybe it was squirrel. I can't remember, but I tried it and it was good. It could have been possum or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But it had a funk to it.
Mhm.
It was tasty, but my lord, it was funky. But yeah, I would try any meat, I think. But when you get onto stinky stuff, I don't know. My nose, I have a pretty strong gag reflex, but
Yeah, I do too.
oof, I don't know. That's ropey to me. Even like really strong cheeses, I'm not best with. But yeah, snails, frogs' legs,
It's all tasty.
your
Those are
mum's
tasty.
butt.
There it is. Eat that all night.
I'd eat your mum's butt all night.
The heart.
Yumma yumma.
Eat your mom's butt. Heart.
Oh,
Captain
heart!
Planet.
Yeah, get the
Fucking.
dickhead.
Whew,
Yeah,
Idiots.
Captain Planet. No, I've got nothing.
more like.
Captain, damn it, get the fuck out of me. Martial Arts Film Free asks, Sean, that's me. I recently stumbled upon a rapper named 8 with a number 8 for the I. Despite being a fan of Tech Nine, I found the name ridiculous. What is the dumbest rap name you've ever come across? Also, there is a metal band called I Wrestled a Bear Once, all one word, and one of their hit songs is called Karate Nipples. Firstly, I Wrestled a Bear Once is a fucking great name for a metal band. I'll say that. Tech Nine has got a kind of dumb name, not because it's got a 9 in it, because he named himself after a gun. That's fucking dumb as shit. I don't like that. Tech Nine, I've never liked that name. 8, I don't mind that. If you want to think of another kind of dumb name, there's a guy called MC8 who removes the G out of the word 8, so it's EIHT. And I think he removed it because he's like, I'm the only G or something.
Is there a durian in here?
The worst rap name ever is Kingpin Skinny Pimp.
I knew you were gonna say that.
It's got to be the worst. Oh no, Brother Lynch Hung. That's possibly the worst rap name ever.
No thanks.
Yeah, it's not a great name.
No.
Brother Lynch Hung,
No.
who, yes, is a black man. It's not some white
Thank
racist
God.
rapper. It's a terrible, terrible name.
Yep.
And quite frankly, back in the day, if you really, really, really think hard about it, take a few seconds to think about it, Snoop Doggy Dogg was a very dumb name.
I was actually thinking that.
It's really, really bad. But I also don't like names like Warren G. I never like people who like use their name or like shorten it down. I don't like that Keith Murray calls himself Keith Murray, even though it's his real name. I don't like that. Eric Sermon. Yeah, I don't. But I don't know. Yeah, I think people that go like super hard with the names and go for something long and super stupid, I don't really care for. But yeah, Kingpin, Skinny Pimp, and Brother Lynch Hung are probably the worst.
I know that one of the best are.
Go.
Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah, that's a great name.
That's
a,
top 3.
That's a fantastic name. Yeah. Oh, look. I mean, Ice Cube's a dumb name, really.
Yeah, Ice-T and Ice Cube. That I didn't like that whole thing.
Ice T's a dope name, I think. I like Ice T. Flavor Flav's dumb.
Salt and Pepper.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But you know, rap is one of those genres where just people have like, you know, some of the modern rappers have terrible names.
Don't get into it.
Yeah.
We'd be here all day. No thanks.
Lil Yachty.
There's so many stupid ones.
Lil Yachty.
Next question.
All right, Jesus. The producer's spoken. All right. Last question. Everyone, throughout MMA, many fighters have had nicknames that usually explain their style and demeanor.
All right.
Iceman, Chuck Liddell, Quentin Rampage Jackson, Steve
Coogan.
Thompson? Steve Thompson?
Steve the Wonder Boy.
Yep. And Wanderlei Silva?
The Axe Murderer.
Yep. If you were MMA fighters, what would your nicknames be? Mine would be Kingpin Skinny Pimp.
Devin, I don't like that.
Devin, I don't like that.
Are we saying our last names?
Terrible.
Everyone knows my last name.
Oh, no one knows mine.
Well, you don't have to say yours.
Well,
just saying Cyrus. You know, Cyrus the Virus would be obvious.
Well, yeah.
You wouldn't go for that, would you? Would you?
No.
Nose.
Okay.
How about we
Good,
come
though.
up with each other's?
That's interesting. Now we'll be here for an hour.
Yeah.
Doing that. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything like specific to me or something. I think I'd like to be like Sean the Bear. You know? Oh, Sean the Grizzly. I'd have that. Sean the Grizzly Williams.
Pretty
I like
good.
that. Grizzly's good. Yeah. Yeah, the Grizzly. I like that.
And Williams and Adams kind of sound similar, like
Grizzly Adams.
Sean the Grizzly Williams. That's pretty good.
Sean the Grizzly Williams. I like that. I want you to start calling me Grizzly from now on.
They shorten it. They just call you Grizz.
Just call me Grizz. That's right.
I don't know what mine would
He's
be.
Grizz, and he's the best in the biz.
There we go.
There you go.
I don't know what mine would be.
Let's see. What would Devin's fighting
Roll
style
off
be?
the tongue.
Her style would be like this. No! Don't do it!
Should be
In the ring.
I think.
Don't!
I think Devin. It'd be Devin the Whirlwind because she just flail her arms, or Devin the Windmill.
Terrible.
Devin the Windmill Williams.
Terrible. No.
The
You think
whirlwind's
that's-
good.
you think
Whirlwind's pretty good.
Whirlwind's good.
Maybe. You think that's how I would fight?
I've seen you do some punches.
Well, that's because I don't have training.
Well, yeah, okay. I thought we were going in with no training.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'd be grizzly because I'd just run at you and grab you and try and throw you on the ground. I'm not I've got no fighting game. So you might be the tornado, maybe?
I would bring in a weapon.
It's an MMA fight. So what are you, Devan the Cheetah Williams?
Yeah, I do it. I
That's-
do it. Yeah,
that's really
I do it. Yeah.
Oh, and the announcer's like, it's
Clearly.
Devan the Cheetah Williams.
Yeah,
What does she
because
have this time?
clearly, if it's no training, obviously I can't fight.
Right,
them,
we're keeping
so-
that. It's Devan the Cheetah Williams.
As you can see, the referee is patting her down as we speak. Okay, no
She's got a
blades.
gun on her this time.
She has a gun. She has a gun. It is not loaded. Okay, okay.
So I can just hit her with.
Pistol whip someone. Yeah.
She's pulled out a blade.
Where did she find that lawnmower? Cyrus, what about you?
Help me out.
Oof.
What kind of fighting style would I have?
I think
I'm a wrestler. I'm a bit of a spidery.
You are definitely a wrestler. I think Spider Monkey's too easy. You think Spider Monkey?
I was thinking
Cyrus the Spider
Monkey.
Monkey? Yeah, maybe. Cyrus the I don't know. Yeah, Spider
Oh, I
Monkey's a
got it.
good one. Go on.
Cyrus the Great,
Cyrus the Great?
the king of Persia.
No, I
Is
got you.
that too on the nose?
Mm,
Is that too?
I prefer like Cyrus the Persian King than your last name. I like
Cyrus the Persian pervert.
definitely that. Yeah, definitely that. Persian pervert. That's really good. That's really
And I
good.
go in, and when I'm winning, I just touch their butts. That's nothing. That's legal, right?
Touching butts.
Not if you
What's the difference between like I know that's a bad arm, like and like
if you actively started just doing that on someone's butt in
I
an MMA
don't-
fight, they'd definitely stop the match.
Why?
You can't do
you
that.
can't give them the business.
Because
Oh, this
that's
is really interesting discussion because I really want to know.
How about this? If you punch someone's ass,
You can do
nothing
that.
wrong with that, right? That's demoralizing.
But what
If you
if
slap that ass,
okay, what if someone was on top of you, right? I'm not gonna get too graphic, but what if someone was on top of you and they were trying to like mount you, right? And but it was like a 69 position, right?
Yeah.
What if you just licked their butt during an MMA
no
fight?
licking.
You can't lick?
No,
That's in the rules?
Yeah.
Is it really?
no licking.
I don't know.
No licking. No
So-
biting.
So what if you just rub their crack like that?
You can blow in it.
Can you really?
I don't know.
Can you blow in someone's crack? These are the questions that need to be answered. The Persian pervert
you-
needs to know.
I would be on top of them and just blow in their eyes. And they're like, yeah. Because you can put your hand in their face, stop them from breathing.
Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff, but can you blow in
Yeah,
cracks?
This is probably uncut. But what if you like choke them? You're like, yeah, you like it?
You can do that though. That's shit talking. Of course you can. It's gross and weird.
Sick.
Thank you for your questions,
All
everyone.
right.
We really, really appreciate you. We're going to wrap this up, baby. It was meant to be a short one and has not been a short one. I hope you appreciate our conversation today. I think it got a bit interesting. We delved into some interesting topics and discussed the raw facts behind being a Kung Fu cinema fan. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I got a question for you both. All right? You've got a chance. Chance? No, you got a choice. Our next film on the podcast can either be an old school classic or a new wave, not so much a classic.
Do we have to give an answer right now?
Yes.
Oh.
New wave.
You said an old school classic or a new
Like
wave?
a new wave from like 2012, I think. I could be wrong. We don't listen to them.
That's all that matters.
You want me to let them vote?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let the people vote. Jesus. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We really, really appreciate you. If you'd like to just fucking give us a little like, that would be really, really great. We'd really appreciate it. And if you like what we do, go ahead and subscribe.
A thumbs up.
You know,
Subscribe and turn the bells off if they feel
we
comfortable.
don't care about those bells. But yeah, subscribe, like. We'd really, really like that. That would be great. And I guess we will catch you
Next time.
Yeah, buddy.